On. So, hello everyone. Welcome to another stream on GG Discord, GG Logged On. Today we have special guest Dropped Out and Mohit Sen Gupta, and it's me, Glitch, and Blue who are hosting this event tonight, and yeah, so we just came to know that Dropped Out and Mohit have released a new song, which is really good. And we're gonna talk to them today about it and like how they made the song, and we're gonna dive in deep and know more about them, how they got into music. वैसे मेरे को तो पता है
Yeah,
Dropped Out कैसे music में आया,
I
but
don't
I don't
know.
know I don't know how Mohit got into music. So but I still want everyone else to know. So Dropped Out बहुत झूठ भी बोलता है, तो मैं करेक्ट करूंगा जब जब वो झूठ बोलेगा उसकी स्टोरी के
अरे
बारे में. Just kidding, just
मतलब
kidding.
आज का सेशन में बहुत मजा आने वाले हैं.
Oh,
it's great
so
to be
yes,
here, man.
welcome
Bro,
to the show.
let's play the track एक साथ, the track that just came out.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Let's go.
let's set the
Go
vibe
ahead,
first, and
go ahead.
then let's dive into it.
Yeah.
So this is Ek Saath
So,
by Dropped Out, Mohit and Yashaj.
beautiful.
So
बहुत
good,
सही
bro.
गाना, so good.
Thank you guys. सबको
Oh,
अच्छा
How
लगा।
did this
Thank you so much. That means so much.
अरे
how did this
Yeah.
happen, bro? The
no,
track.
let's before that let's introduce them properly. Like Dropped Out, who are you? Tell us about you. तेरा असली नाम क्या है? किधर रहता है?
किधर रहता हूँ? My name is Dropped
एड्रेस
Out.
में डाल देना भाई. YouTube पे देख लियो.
मैं डाल दूंगा ब्रो. ये मेरे को बहुत स्कैम दिया है घर बुला के ना. मेरे को बहुत
कुछ भी
तकलीफ दिया है इससे.
कुछ भी मैगी खाया हम लोग ने साथ में बड़े हुए हम।
हाँ, एक बार खिलाया था.
एक बार भाई नहीं नहीं but I'm dropped out. My real name is Rishi Thakkar and मैं म्यूजिक बना रहा हूँ 8 साल से अभी and हाँ
How
just
did you
like
get into music? Like, what was your this thing? Like, how? Like, I guess मेरे को जितना पता शायद you were also into hip hop पहले से. Like before getting into electronic music, you were doing beatboxing and stuff like that. So I want to know more about that. Let people know about that as well.
before I got into actually like making music and listening to electronic music, I was into hip hop and I used to listen to a lot of Eminem. Eminem
Mm-hmm.
ka Recovery was my first CD that I ever bought. So
Yeah.
I've always been like into like old school hip hop more like since like back in the day. And फिर beatboxing करता था, b-boying करता था, फिर उसके बाद मेरे जो कमर थी वो fuck हो गई and उसके बाद like you know like after that I just had
अरे
to
बाप रे.
settle for something I wanted to like after that I started beatboxing or whatever and but I wanted to do more in music so
Mm-hmm.
I was googling how to make music and वो time पे मैंने Skrillex और Avicii का वो गाना सुना था what was the Skrillex remix
Of which is levels.
that was like the first electronic track that I ever heard and since then मैं Google करता था how to make dubstep how to make this how to make that just on YouTube trying to learn and then I downloaded FL Studio and उधर से अब तक म्यूजिक ही बना रहा हूँ मैं
सही है, सही है. And moving on to Mohit, you wanna tell us about your journey and how you got into music and where you come from and like just let us know more about you, bro.
Yeah, for sure, man. Mera, like, I don't know, ever since I was a kid, I've had an inclination towards music. But मेरा realization हुआ था शायद 6th grade में. I had a performance. It was my first performance. I worked my ass off to get into this band in school. And, you know, I performed and basically that whole feeling of everybody's eyes being on you and feeling so vulnerable. But then at the end of the performance, having that applause, like that, it felt like that music took me in rather than me picking music. You know what I mean? और फिर
Yeah, yeah.
उधर से like I feel like I just picked up instruments. मतलब I play like 6 instruments, so I
Wow.
started with drums, um, and I picked up guitar because which is guitar is my main instrument. I picked up guitar because drums was too expensive to buy, so my dad was like get कुछ और खरीद ले, and so I had to make a choice on the spot मेरे birthday पे, and so I bought a guitar and I fucking played that shit every day. And हाँ
That's
भाई बस
amazing,
वैसे
bro.
करके it's just passion I feel like and
Mm-hmm.
you know hip hop was just me getting into jazz music and all that kind of stuff got me into hip hop. And yeah, here I am just influenced by Chicago and you know being able to like study in a whole different country, like the privilege to be able to do that and like
Mm-hmm.
just taking it all in and not taking it for granted at all, you know.
That's amazing, bro. That's good to hear that. And you're also studying music, I think so. Is it related to
I'm
music?
studying audio engineering
Audio
actually.
engineering. Yeah, that's amazing, bro. And it's I guess it's always a benefit to know as a musician to know instruments and you know six of them. So like you're a band in yourself. So major props to that, man. Like
Try
that's
my best.
something I really look up to, man. Like I wish I also knew. I haven't spent enough time doing that, but it's very inspiring to see like all like as even Karonic mentioned, like your guitar loops are so good. Like I know I've heard some of them.
Yeah,
Hmm.
shout out
So
Karonic.
it's amazing, bro.
So,
And
what all instruments do you play?
yeah,
I play guitar, drums, piano, ukulele, bass, the trombone.
oh, trombone as
And
well. Wow.
yeah,
Bro,
that's a
you're
random
like a walking jazz band, bro.
thank you, bro. Actually, funny
Literally,
enough,
bro.
like you know, I used to like take this shit like I was an instrumentalist initially, so I took it really seriously and like you know, in drums, I'm actually like a grade 8. Like if it even matters, you know what I mean? Like we don't even look at grades for instruments anymore. But
Yeah.
like I gave tests for it and like I can do that shit and like even with guitar like I try to put I don't know, I was very focused on like instrumental music for the longest time in like band settings. And so that's where my background kind of comes from.
Hmm.
Got it.
Amazing, man. So also going back again to Dropped Out. So you've been making so much music. Like I've been listening to a lot of your stuff. SoundCloud, pe like one of like Man and Dropped Out. These are like kings in like chill music, I guess. India, mein at least, like they've been constantly putting out so much music. and it's just amazing. All the guys, like I know Karonic and Catoptris and everyone, like this whole crew of like musicians are like putting out so much good tunes. So how did you get into like Rishi? How did you get into like working with like hip hop artists like Yashraj and even like Mohit and everyone?
So with Yashraj, it was just that he like long back, एक डेढ़ दो साल पहले, I think like एक डेढ़ साल पहले, he just DM'd me and he DM'd me with his lyrics that bro ये मेरे lyrics है और मैं rapper हूँ and like you know I want to make music and मतलब at that point I was just like I don't know what to do with this, so I'm not just gonna open any message and नहीं मैं कुछ नहीं करने वाला. And then उसके बाद one of like you know we had a mutual friend, she told me that you know he's texted me and like to reply and stuff, and that's when I heard his music and I was blown away by the fact that in India someone's rapping over like very chill or lo-fi or like anything that was like not like hype, but the kind of music that I was into, he was rapping on those kind of things. And then we met and we just like that was like the first day, like the first day we met, we made like a bunch of tracks that will never come out, but हम लोग ने उधर से relation बनाया and that's where we like you know we've been working together ever since, and like we have a lot of tracks and we have so many more tracks in the bank that we are working on, and just like he's inspired me a lot to get more into hip hop and listen more to hip hop because I'm not from a hip hop background. Like I just used to listen to Eminem, and then it was the chain of electronic music of Hardwell, Avicii, all of these guys, Martin Garrix, whatever. Everyone used to listen to them in like that phase. उसके बाद you know getting to know Karan bhai and you know making dubstep, trap and stuff like that, which really never like worked out that well, but like you know I was making chill music also at that time, and like Karan bhai suggested that you know get into it, and like this is what you're actually like you know you're a little good at this, so you should actually do this, and if you're enjoying doing this then like just do it. And udhar se hi, like it's helped me a lot because like everyone's pushed me so much from current circle also, and it's just been amazing, and like that's how I got into chill music, and I met Yashraj and I met Mohit on a Discord server. Catoptris introduced us, and I've been hooked on to Mohit's music because he had that realism of just like being like you know like fluent in whatever he's saying, and like he's just vibing on his tracks, and you can relate so much. Like कोई भी relate कर सकता है मोहित के tracks पे, and like that's like the best part, and like I'm so glad I got to work with him, and we'll work on so many more things. Like, but I'm so glad this track
That's a
like
fact.
done and stuff like.
Literally.
And Mohit just met me through Discord, and then like after a couple of months, he lived at my house for 3 days. He came over, adopted me and Mohit. We were living together for a couple of days. We had like a lot of fun, and like it was amazing. So that's how I met Kattu and Yashraj and got into a little bit of hip hop and stuff.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's the power of Discord, I guess. That's what we are trying here also. Like, there's so many good talents here who can connect with each other and like make so much music which you could have never imagined, like of meeting someone without the internet.
100%.
It's
After this
amazing.
lockdown came, Discord, Zoom, all of these things are the only way you can like meet new people, make more music. And what else is there to do for musicians? हम लोग के पास और कुछ करने के लिए है भी नहीं, तो हम लोग इंटरनेट पे लोगों के साथ गाने ही बनाते हैं और कुछ नहीं.
हाँ, SL वर्ल्ड भी बंद है ना इसके लिए भी. So, yeah.
वरना
So, by the
करण
way-
और ऋषि नेशनल वर्ल्ड जाने वाले थे हैं.
नहीं
Time था.
अरे नहीं.
अरे ब्रो, जो इंडिया में ना दो बड़े स्कैम हुए हैं. एक तो 1992 वाला और सेकंड स्कैम जो ऋषि ने किया था मेरे साथ.
अरे बिल आई थिंक उस पे थोड़ा
स्टोरी टाइम सीन है ये.
हाँ थोड़ा रुक के जाते हैं.
अरे नहीं, इसने हम लोग को बोला कि एसएल वर्ल्ड में इसका पहचान है, ठीक है, और हम लोग को फ्री में एंट्री करा देगा, ऐसा बोला, ठीक है.
Oh no!
भाई तू ऐसे वर्ल्ड में भी गेस्ट्स लेके जा रहा है यार.
अरे गेस्ट लिस्ट नहीं, मैं तो रेडी था. फिर बोला फ्री में नहीं तो भी एटलीस्ट डिस्काउंट करके देंगे, ठीक है. बोला अरे हाँ मेरे बाप के दोस्त का ही है एसएल वर्ल्ड, ऐसा सब बोला. और हम लोग को लेके गया. हम लोग सुबह 6 बजे उठ के 7-8 बजे निकले थे गोरेगांव से. वहां पहुंचा, गेट पे पहुंचे, बोला अरे वो हो नहीं रहा, तो तुम लोग भर दो पूरा पैसा. पूरा इतना मेरे को सोच के कहते हैं यार फिर बट बहुत मजा आया था उस दिन मैं ये और आनंद थे साथ में
उतना थम्स अप मैंने लाइफ में नहीं पिया जितना मैंने वो दिन करण के साथ पिया. हम पानी नहीं खाली थम्स अप पी रहे थे. इतना गर्मी पहले तो ऐसे वर्ल्ड में.
Bro,
गर्मी भी बहुत
Karan के
थी
साथ हो, and if you don't drink thumbs up, then it's maybe
मैंने
because he
बहुत
hates
बहुत कम हो गया ऋषि तू उसके बाद मेरे को मिला ही नहीं है मैंने लिटरली थम्स अप ऑलमोस्ट
वो मैं तुझे मिला नहीं हूं ना, उसका मतलब नहीं है कि तूने थम्स अप पीना बंद कर दिया है.
मैं बता रहा हूँ ना बट मैं कर दिया हूँ बंद But anyways, that aside, also do people who don't know about that dubstep phase of Rishi, you can go search RPF on SoundCloud.
There is only one dubstep song I ever released, and it's just on YouTube. It's
Okay.
RPF. I like Candy.
RPF का SoundCloud भी है, but I know that.
नहीं 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 नहीं. I removed that. वो निकाल दिया.
Shit. But yeah, I remember like मैं ऋषि को बहुत पहले से जानता हूँ. I guess we met at Kitty Sue and Rasta, I guess ना वहाँ पे मिले थे.
हम लोग पहले एशली अल्वारेस के घर पे
एशली
मिले.
के घर पे यस एशली के घर पे मिले थे एंड तभी हम लोग एकदम एकदम शांत एकदम कैसा मतलब द म्यूजिक व्हिच वी हर्ड फ्रॉम ईच अदर वाज वेरी लाइक हम लोग दोनों वाज वेरी वी बोथ ऑफ अस वर लाइक वाओ क्या मस्त बना रहे दोनों ऐसा मतलब आई वाज आल्सो इंस्पायर्ड एंड लाइक आई मीन क्या बोलते हैं excited to hear someone else doing such good dubstep and stuff in Mumbai at least because मेरे को ज्यादा producers पता ही नहीं थे बॉम्बे में जो dubstep कर रहे थे and he was one of the first guys and बाकी और भी लोग थे but he was constantly working since then so I've seen his growth also a lot from there but जो मैंने सुना है इसका पहले का zone it's very different than what he's putting out nowadays
100%. Always inspired by Karan bhai. Always want to get into record production, making music for other people, because I really want to challenge myself to make music for other people as well as myself. So like Karan bhai ने बहुत help किया उसमें advice दे के मार के but
ए मैं मारा कब रे
और कब नहीं हुआ.
हाँ मेरे को पता है मारा होगा इससे भाई बिल्कुल मारा होगा इससे
अरे हनीश थोड़ी है Mohit. So let's get back to Mohit. How was your experience working online with the Prolord? So I know like you met of course, but before that, I guess you guys made something online, right? So how was the process of it?
Me and Dropped Out specifically.
Yeah. Or like in general also you can say because right now everyone is working from online only, right?
Yeah.
It's interesting to like
Okay, I'll do a
see
little
your
like,
process.
So the thing is that last year, around this time last year, actually around March, COVID obviously hit. I came back to India. For my safety in my college, I decided to take off a semester, and I literally like, I was like, fuck it, I have all this time. Let me focus on my music, like for real, like focus on quality, all that shit. And a big part of it was, networking on Instagram. Um, and more than anything, I feel like everybody was in the same position where they really wanted to connect with people, and the only way was Instagram. And I feel like people became more open to just responding and all that kind of stuff. I think the biggest thing was like working with smaller artists and like people that you actually enjoyed listening to, that you saw potential in, and pretty much growing and like growing with each other. Dropped Out, so I got really lucky meeting him. I'll be honest, Dropped Out said we met on a Discord server, but that's not true. We all met on Akash Kahan Hai, his live.
Oh ha.
ठीक है. So Akash used to go live, and he still goes live, obviously, and we all fuck with him, obviously, and so we used to go on his Instagram lives, and तब मुझे याद है like 10-15 लोग होते थे आकाश के live पे, and it was just the OG gang, like all of us, and then Katopras used to come also, all kinds of people that I still recognize today. And then udhar jaake, we connected because we sent stuff into Akash, and I heard his stuff and I thought it was incredible. I reached out to him. Initially उसने भाव नहीं दिया मुझे, फिर बाद में जाके कटॉपरस के साथ मेरा गाना निकला ये वो, and then we really got to know each other. Discord पे we started talking and shit, and our process was really dope because we really have a lot, like we have mutual respect for each other's work. Like as much as he feels inspired by my shit, I'm as inspired. And so when he approached me with just like a basic idea, and come on, like Dropped Out's like chord progressions are like always on point. So, and for me, like the most important thing in a song is the progression of a chord progression or like the movement in a song. So like it hit the spot. We started with the song, we ended up scrapping that song, naturally moved on to something else, and it hit.
Mm, that's amazing, man. That's good to know. And yeah, I remember those Akash lives also. He used to go online really late, I guess, like around like 12 a.m., 1 a.m., right?
super late. मेरे को भी याद आया.
Mm,
It was a no trap Thursday where he was like, I want people to send in like music which is not trap. And मैंने
mm.
मैंने स्पैम कर दिया है मेरे म्यूजिक को उधर. और भाई उधर ही like that's why you try out all the like all the demos and stuff that you're working
I
on.
mean, yeah, like Akash was open to them also, and all like that's I think it's great that people are like doing stuff like demo sessions and all that kind of stuff, even at a low level, because it helps. Like it may help like one or two people connect. It may like encourage some kind of collaboration
Yeah,
in some way,
100%.
which you never know where it leads.
Mm.
So
That's true, bro. Like because online, like I have connected with so many artists online, like randomly. So one of my like first collaborations was with Kalmi. Like I've never collaborated with anyone much before that. That was like first online collaboration because he randomly hit me up and he sent me one of his tracks, and it was so different. Than it was something that I couldn't do. Getting me? So whenever I'm looking into collaboration, I would like to collaborate with someone who's doing something which I cannot do, right? Some like I'd be inspired. Ki, matlab,
yeah,
how would it sound together? Like I'm doing my part, he doing his part, and together how it sounds. So that was the first randomest like DM he had sent me, and like we didn't even like we were just kind of starting out in 2017 only. This is, and we worked on a track, and that was the first track was Noori, which we released. And हम लोगों को बोला कि सही है, the vibe is really sitting well with each other, and we released that song, and till now like it's one of my like most played songs on Spotify. Like that collaboration reached like 2 million on Autodio on Spotify, and we were also surprised because we never thought about this. We just made the song because we really liked each other's vibe, and that's so amazing about the internet. Like you can connect with, because अगर मैं उसके बात नहीं किया रहता तो that track wouldn't have ever happened, or it wouldn't have reached out to so many people. So it's really amazing, the power of internet, man. So
Shout out Kalmi for
yeah,
being an absolute G in whatever he does.
yeah, dude, so good. And moving on, let's talk about this song. Like, how did this song come together? Like, how did the idea start? Did Mohit started, or Rishi
it
sent you
was
something?
it was
What was
all
it? Like,
dropped,
tell us more
bro.
about the song.
हाँ, तो
I think
the whole song just like I'm recently been very inspired by the Drake's the not the EP, the album that he removed before this, the Dark Leno tapes, the tapes, what the fuck is it called? Yeah, it's called Dark Lane Tapes. Yeah, that album really inspired me to get into that kind of sound, and I was just trying out my just like my luck with that kind of like wavy kind of hip hop beats and stuff. And like I just went around and like I made the first draft of the beat, which is like the just the chords and the arps that you are listening to, and just like the basic drums. And I sent it to Mohit, and Mohit just whipped out like a chorus in like a day, and like just like with minute changes he just sent it in a day. And then like Yashraj was listening to it, and then Yashraj hopped on for a bit, and then like he absolutely nailed his own part, having his own vibe, singing a little bit in there. And वही वैसे पूरा beat बना है. There's a trap section towards the end of the track, not the outro. But Udar Mohit and Yashraj was supposed to do a back and forth where like like there's one line and there's another line by Yashraj, one line by Mohit, another line by Yashraj. But like we just had to blend it in as much as possible ke normal sunai de. So
yeah.
like it was Yashraj doing a little bit and then Mohit covering it up, and that's how
Yep.
like I made like that part. And then there's the outro section where it's just the same chords just reversed and with an 808. And that's about it. Like that's how like I sent the song to him, and he absolutely nailed both the parts. And like the like I say fat karke usne, like he just vibed on it and he sent it to me. One of the most smoothest projects I've ever worked on, to be honest.
You know what's funny is that
Mhm.
it sounds very smooth, and it was very smooth, but at the same time the song started in like early November, and it was finished maybe like a month ago. So you know what I mean? Like it's been some time, and
Break from the track for a while so that we could get more
yeah,
perspective.
we
Like
really did.
गंदा नहीं sound करना चाहिए. And we
Like
become
one of the biggest reasons was also like dropped out mentioned we had that back and forth section. सोचा था क्यों बड़े साए में, that part like me and Yashraj were just going back and forth initially, right? And we were really trying hard to blend that whole section in and make both of our voices kind of like sound good together, like right after each other, because not because they don't sound good together, but because the cadences at which we speak in is very different. And so the way I would say something would be different from the way he would say it. And so we had to adjust that. And फिर उसमें ही like थोड़ा सा वो time काफी time मतलब लग गया, and we were like okay, like let's like take a break and not stress too much. And sure enough, we came back to it, and that's one of the biggest things I learned was like patience with this kind of music, with your music in general, and not stressing too much about like finishing and all that kind of stuff all the time. There's something called deadlines, and there's something called getting work done, obviously, but patience is key, because for a good product you don't want to rush it
100%.
ever.
100%, bro. So you wanna maybe let's go back and take a rewind and listen to some of your other releases also, which you have released over like the past. Blue, can you play some from what Chinmay has sent you?
I'm interested to see what you guys have picked.
I'm so scared. I'm so scared. What kind of
I'm very interested to see this.
One second, and Blue.
Also, you can't. Everyone loves sitting on music. Everyone loves sitting on music.
They don't love it. I mean,
Mm.
It's always
halat.
better than your released music. 100%. Unreleased music में क्या क्या है producers के
So
पास?
honestly, yeah, let's be honest, we listen to more unreleased music than released music.
Yeah, actually, that's a fact, bro.
I'm playing.
Okay, let's see which one is it.
It's my personal favorite.
Oh, of course.
देखा मेरे कोई साथ नहीं, हाँ हूँ मैं जिद्दी थोड़ा ज्यादा, और मैं करता कभी माफ नहीं। ना लगती नाव भाई, क्योंकि मैं तैरू वही पानी में जो लगता मुझे साफ भाई। हाँ मेरे कोई साथ नहीं, हाँ हूँ मैं जिद्दी थोड़ा ज्यादा, कभी करूँ तुझे माफ नहीं। ना लगती नाव भाई, क्योंकि मैं तैरू वही पानी में जो लगता मुझे साफ भाई।
ढूंढा ना मिला कोई तेरे जैसा पूरे दिल्ली इलाके में, ढूंढा ना मिला कोई तेरे जैसा मेरे दिल के खिलाफ है। मैं सबर ना मुझे, ये बातें तेरी मुझे समझ नहीं आती हैं, गाने गा के मेरे कानों में आके तू मुझे सताती है, बातें 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 बनाती है, दिल को खिलौना सा समझ के फिर जो तू खेल ही जाती है। सपना से लगता है तेरी बाहों में ये दिन भी बिताना, रातों को सोना ना आंखों में तारा दिखाती है।
पर्वतों में तुझको ढूंढता हूँ, सरफरों सा खुद में गूंजता हूँ, किस्मतों में मेरी क्या लिखा है, मन्नतों सा तुझको ढूंढता हूँ। देखा मेरे कोई साथ नहीं, हाँ हूँ मैं जिद्दी थोड़ा ज्यादा, और मैं करता कभी माफ नहीं। ना लगती नाव भाई, क्योंकि मैं तैरू वही पानी में जो लगता मुझे साफ भाई। हाँ मेरे कोई साथ नहीं, हाँ हूँ मैं जिद्दी थोड़ा ज्यादा, कभी करूँ तुझे माफ नहीं। ना लगती नाव भाई, क्योंकि मैं तैरू वही पानी में जो लगता मुझे साफ भाई। ज्यादा नहीं बोलो आज मैं, सुना डर मेरे सांस में, सड़कों की आवाज मेरी, दुखी से बातें हैं थोड़ी, 21 में किस्मत खुली, मारा था छक्का मैं कोली, क्यों रुका चली ही गई, बुरी है किस्मत मेरी। देखा मेरे कोई साथ नहीं, हाँ हूँ मैं जिद्दी थोड़ा ज्यादा, और मैं करता कभी माफ नहीं। ना लगती नाव भाई, क्योंकि मैं तैरू वही पानी में जो लगता मुझे साफ भाई। हाँ मेरे कोई साथ नहीं, हाँ हूँ मैं जिद्दी थोड़ा ज्यादा, कभी करूँ तुझे माफ नहीं। ना लगती नाव भाई, क्योंकि मैं तैरू वही पानी में जो लगता मुझे साफ भाई।
So good, bro. So good. 100, 100.
Hey, can we acknowledge some of my producer skills, please? Thank you.
Bro.
Just saying,
It's really clean, bro. It's like I'm not sure what even to say about it. It's too good, bro. It's like
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Karun blessed me with the vocals. Like, Sach Batao to, his second part, like, Kismaton, mein, that part was his idea for a chorus. And then I randomly wrote my part, and then I just we were so like flexible with the project. So that's what I really liked about it.
It came out very like uh
So,
I
and the
mean, it's
song
not
was made.
heavy on production. It's so good with the way it is.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. What's crazy is that song was made, the video and the song was made in a week
wow.
before, like literally the week before I left for Chicago.
It's amazing,
And
man.
like, matlab, pressure mein aake we just made something really, like, I guess, diamond.
But I 100% say it doesn't sound rushed, bro. It sounds like it's perfect, bro. It's really well done, well cooked.
Appreciate it, bro. I really appreciate it.
Sick one, bro. So
I
next
love
one
the
is
video of this as well, bro.
yeah,
The video was also like really great.
Yeah,
Yeah, and very
Karan,
like smartly done, bro. The video.
yeah,
People are
Karan ko
not
crazy.
shooting videos like these in India for some reason.
All तीसरी दुनिया भाई, for
One of my
real.
favorite
उनको पता
favorite
नहीं.
music videos as well as songs by like Mohit and Karun. बहुत Karun's verse, fucking Mohit's hook, क्या crazy, like flows so well.
Thank you, bhai.
yeah. Let's do that.
Crazy.
By the way, 3 oscillators is also here. मस्त
Bro,
meditation हो गया bro. It's like meditation type
हाँ
beat
bro.
bro. Proper
तो
meditation
मेरे
bro.
दिमाग में तो ऐसे एकदम स्पेस जैसे मतलब विजुअल चल रहे, कोलाज आर्ट वाले विजुअल्स चल रहे थे मेरे दिमाग में।
दिमाग का
बहुत
लाइक
मसला
ना,
है।
मैं वीडियो ही चल रही थी एक तरीके से मेरे दिमाग में ब्रो।
हाँ bro.
हाँ ब्रो।
But that's exactly the purpose. This kind of music, जो down tempo music बनाता हूँ मैं, this is the purpose. I want music to sound like you're in space, and exactly like if like you all related to it, so I'm so like
ब्रो
glad.
तो वीडियो भी बना, आई एम टेलिंग यू
There
ब्रो,
is a
सो सो
small
सो
one
बिग ब्रो।
minute video that this guy made,
Witty.
Witty, and it's absolutely like I want, like, I want to sit down with him and make a whole video. बहुत टाइम लग जाएगा, कुछ 3.5 मिनट का तो गाना है, बहुत बड़ा गाना है। तो उसमें पूरा 3D विजुअल्स अच्छा लगेगा, like someday we'll actually
तो
sit down
मतलब
and
मतलब
make
एक
it
loop भी
together.
रहेगा ना. It is very peaceful I guess. It's like
100%.
हाँ ब्रो,
peaceful vibe.
मतलब कभी हेल्प चाहिए तो बिल्कुल, लाइक मोर देन हैप्पी टू हेल्प विद, बट दिस इज लाइक वेरी फकिंग अमेजिंग
Bro,
एज
thank
अ
you
ट्रैक।
for
मैं
the
ऑलरेडी लाइक थिंकिंग इन माय माइंड कि भाई वो गाना वापस प्ले करके वो वीडियो प्ले हो रही है।
Yeah bro. बहुत full meditating vibes honestly.
shout out to three oscillators for
हाँ bro.
absolutely
अभी
nailing this thing,
थोड़ी
यार.
देर पहले था यहाँ पे, चला गया वो.
हाँ वो चला गया भाई, उसने लिटरली अलग, लाइक मैंने कॉर्ड प्रोग्रेशन दी, उसने कुछ अलग बना दिया, हम लोग फिर
3
साथ में मेरे
oscillator
घर
तो
पे बैठ के
OG है वो. ये स्टाइल में, ये स्टाइल ऑफ म्यूजिक में तो उसका अलग ही like
granular synthesis god in India he is, to be honest. He
even the
can do
drums are so good. Like it just sounds like a very 3 oscillator vibe.
100%, like
Yeah.
it, like we tried to make it as good as possible, like we want it to sound like us, and वही हम लोग ने कर दिया, बहुत बहुत sweet. And like three oscillators blessed me with this release, because three oscillators, Kalmi, Karan, all of these guys literally made me start my career. Getting to work with these guys is like one of the biggest things for me, because these guys were there since the start. Bridges played my first show with me, Karan's played my music in his gigs. भीख मांग मांग के ऐसा हो गया अभी,
भीख
you
क्या
know.
मांगा.
They, everyone's literally, even Kalmi, everyone's been supporting so much. It's been like great, because like these guys are like my mentors, to be honest, and just to
Yeah,
work with them is like great.
you're killing it yourself bro. बहुत मजा आ रहा है bro. All the like the looking at the growth is so inspiring bro.
अरे,
Even with Mohit bro, Mohit is also killing it right now. He's like, I can see
I
him
appreciate,
like on the top very soon bro. You're killing it bro.
I really appreciate it, bro. And honestly, more than anything, bro, like it took a while for me. It's not that you need validation from others to feel good about your music, but initially there is that hump for everybody at some point or another. And so like being almost like fully like accepted in the Desi scene coming back,
Mhm.
uh, like it was just like I don't know, it felt great, and it felt like it felt like my music had a place for sure. And yeah, so like more than anything, like I want to be able to like rep the full, not only Desi hip hop, just the Indian music industry in general.
Mhm.
Because a lot of us are not just hip hop, we're all kinds of music. We're very influenced by hip hop, but
Yeah,
we do all kinds of stuff. So
that's true. And so talking about this, do you want to tell us some of your inspirations? Like what is this kind of sound which inspires you in general? Like what do you listen? Like what is in your playlist?
dude, for me at least, like, so I'm, as an instrumentalist, I grew up on a lot of like, actually, one of my biggest influences is the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh
The
wow.
guitarist of the Red Hot Chili Peppers is this guy called John Frusciante, who's himself, like, his solo projects are just incredible. Like, that guy is a crazy songwriter, and nobody has a similar style to what he does. Wait, what?
Hello. Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry,
bro.
sorry. No worries. But from the Chili Peppers to like literally a lot of like I can't name all of them because I have influences in different genres. Like I've taken so much influence from like the Indian like post rock scene. I've taken influence from like the jazz scene, like Miles Davis and
Mhm.
Herbie Hancock, all these people. I've taken inspiration from like Jay Della. I've taken inspiration from indie rock, as Ashton said. I listen to a lot of indie music as well. And so, I'm really excited to be able to share more than just what people expect me to do. And so, like, I don't know, it's very hard to name all of them, but I take from everything, especially from new
Get an
art.
idea, bro. Yeah, I didn't want like a specific answer. I just wanted to
Yeah,
tell you like what do you
I
feel
keep
about it.
picking up new
Yeah,
artists. I keep picking up new music all the time. Abhi recently hyperpop has been going crazy, and
yeah,
there's a lot of music in hyperpop I really enjoy. Like, and so yeah.
yeah, definitely. And what about you, Rishi?
I've been listening to a lot of like old music and as well as new music, but like my recent like inspirations have been the guys from Soul Action, like Mind Design and
Mhm.
Knowledge, J Dilla,
Damn, bro.
Lotus.
Selection crew.
Bro, like literally Soul Action is like bringing the new wave of like sounds. Like some
Yeah,
of the
bro.
producers have been like are now in Dreamville, like Monte Booker. He's been nailing every like the tracks that he makes is like they're so good. And like I've also been like listening to like a lot of Dayglow, Jadoo Heart, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and like a lot of these
Like,
this indie rock kind of like psychedelic rock indie rock kind of like thing, because like that's the kind of music I want to get into, and like that's the exact vocal zone that I'm also getting into. So I'm like the next couple of projects is going to be me singing on them too, so probably you're going to like some of that stuff that's going to come out, because it has a very different perspective from like what I've been making till now. And I've been making a lot of new stuff, with a lot of inspirations, like from old soul music, as well as a little bit of jazz, as well as a little bit of indie and stuff like that. Because that's the end game for me. Like I really want to get into that kind of stuff, because I'm into programming and just making like real instruments sound a little, like a little program. Because I don't know how to play any instrument. Koi music theory nahi aata hai, but I'm listening to people who know so much music theory, who know so much about music, and like that's the kind of dream music that I want to make. So I've been practicing a lot of like just indie music, making like programming guitars, programming a lot of Rhodes, programming a lot of keyboards and stuff like that. So that's like the new stuff that I've been listening to, a lot of old stuff also. So yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
and Rishi, bro, like, and a lot of people recognize you as such a versatile producer. And what's crazy is that you've only shown the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, like all
Like,
this the music that I've dropped is 1% of the things that I'm doing. The other 99% that I'm working on, soon I'm gonna remove all of them. It's gonna have a lot of different like the elements. I'm very inspired by different genres, and like I don't want to stick to one sound, to be honest. And like that's why I want to just challenge myself to do something like like away from my own zone. So I want to hear different music from myself. Like I don't want to listen to the same kind of shit that other people make or even I make. So like your inspirations are directly linked to the kind of music you make, to be honest. Like for me at least, for other people it might be different. So that's the kind of stuff that I'm getting into. So thanks, bro.
Amazing, amazing. It's a great role. Looking forward to your songs. Like मतलब जब तो singing चालू करने वाला है. So will it be in English or Hindi?
uh
Anand has a question.
English and Hindi, like probably you're gonna hear it.
I said Anand has a question.
Anand has a kidhar hai,
नहीं 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 मैं पूछ रहा हूँ उसके behalf पे.
uh, but English and Hindi
Yeah.
I'm singing.
Yeah, internal jokes. But anyways, bro, like amazing stuff, bro. Like good to hear about this also, because ये सब बातें ऐसा होता नहीं. अपन सिर्फ गाना रिलीज कर सकते हैं. ये सब थोड़ी IG पे पोस्ट पर थोड़ी डालते हैं लोग कि भाई मैं ऐसा गाना सुन रहा हूँ. So I guess this is a good platform to know more about you guys also. So because there are so many good producers, like honestly, there's some amazing producers on this server right now. If you
it's true.
take part on any of those sample challenges, you would come to know like it's on YouTube. Like we've shared some of the beats which these guys have made. There's like immense talent, and everyone is killing it. So it's good for them to also know more about it, like more about other artists' ka process, and yeah. So Glish, you wanna go ahead, ask something?
Yes. I was gonna play the next track.
Okay, let's go.
जागता हूँ मैं रात में सोचता रहता हूँ शैतानों के भी मैं दुखी इन जालों में तो फंस गया, वो बनी मेरी पहली सजा। क्या करूँ रहता बेकाबू ये दिल, क्यों रहता दुखी भाई तू है काबिल। ये होना ही था, चांस लिया मैंने, तूने किया गेम स्टार, खेला मैं अकेले। जगा पूरी रात, बड़ा विश्वास मेरा रहता मोड़ा, दिल क्यों मेरा टूटा। चाहता मैं सन्नाटा, कथा लिख रहा चाहे चिट्ठियां, तेरे बारे में अब ना लिखना, अब ज्यादा नहीं करना, इस दिल पे ये हमला और अब नहीं लेना। मोहब्बत करके कुछ ना मिला, इबादत करके मिली सजा, मिली सजा। या खुदा मुझे जन्नत में जाओ ना, या खुदा मुझे जीना सिखा दो ना।
कटोपस भी है, कटोपस को आ जाओ, कटोपस भाई ऊपर आ जाओ, आना है तो।
क्लासिक। आए हाय, किसको बुला लिया?
Hello.
Bro, what a track, bro. Come on, bro. Both of you. Who produced this? Mohit, did you produce this one?
I produced it.
No, I didn't.
No, okay, no, you can't do this to me right now, Mohit.
ये लोग दोनों झूठ बोल रहे हैं, मैंने प्रोड्यूस किया हुआ है ये।
Harry, you know, Dropped Out didn't produce it, bro. Ashton did. Ashton produced it.
No, but Katopris actually approached. Well, like I approached Katopris initially, and we were talking, and we really fucked with each other's stuff. And he was like, "I got this idea," and it was Katopris's first Hindi track or Urdu track.
Yeah.
And you know, I was so glad. Like we were surprised that a lot of people really enjoyed it. So that was.
It is a very good track.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much, dude.
Yeah.
Karan, look.
So sorry, I just had to like keep a plate. Sorry. Yeah, I heard the song in the background, bro. It's too good, bro. Too good.
Thank you, mere bhai. Thank you so much.
You wanna go ahead? You wanna ask some questions to Mohit Catopteris dropped out?
I honestly, I always looked up to Skrillex. Mainly because like when he released the Jack U album, also I remember he sang on one of those tracks, and that time I didn't know, but when he sang on it, I'm like, yo, this guy's singing and he sounds good. So I got really excited and inspired, and then I just started singing from there. Okay, my recent work. So recently I released Muskan, and Muskan is basically I don't know how to
Guys,
explain
मुस्कान का जाके वीडियो देखो सब, उसमें एक्ट किया इसने।
it.
Shout out the
और ये
Vada Pav
बहुत
in the
nervous
music
है।
video.
Vada pav.
RIP
Vada Pav का
Vada.
close up favorite part है मेरा वो music video. 10 रुपए में वड़ा पाव कौन दे रहा है तेरे को कटॉप्ट्रेस?
भाई पुणे में आजा, तू ही आजा भाई।
ये जुहू वाले लोग का ऐसे ही रहता है भाई। गोरेगांव में भी 10 का मिलता है।
क्या बात कर रहा है? कुछ भी मत बोल।
या ब्रो,
इसका कहीं नहीं
अरे
मिलता
तुम
है।
लोग जू और ऐसा बीच कैंडी में रहने वाले
हम
लोग क्या
मट्टी
बोल
वट्टी डाल देते होंगे उसमें, कुछ भी डालते होंगे।
चुप्पे
Ew, bro. But Muskan is just about like how I used to fake a lot, fake a lot. Like basically, I used to smile a lot, but deep down, I kind of like was hurt about just stupid, small things, and it would really take a toll on me and stuff. So initially, the track was intended to be a happy song because literally Mohit, Rishi, like everyone in my circle, they've been saying, "Bhai, तू happy song कब बनाएगा यार? तू बहुत sad है यार. Please थोड़ा एक happy song बना दे यार." I'm like, I'll try. So I made one happy track. So I made the production. It was full happy. But when I started writing, it ended up being sad anyway. I'm like, okay, this kind of describes my situation in some way because there's a lot of good shit happening around me, but I'm still stuck up upon my own situations that I'm going through. So I related to it a lot, and that's just how Muskan came about.
Damn, bro. Love the track and the video.
Thank you, man.
Big up, Mohit.
100%.
This track, your work on this is also amazing. Look, you want to play the next track?
Yes.
Also, after that, let's play the Ek Saath again once so that we can like wrap it up with the final song once again. Like let everyone listen to it together.
है बड़े खा बड़ी सोच, न बड़े बड़े बस ये है बढ़ने की वो खोज। मैं सोचता कि लोग देंगे दाद या दाद से देंगे नोच, कि ये दुनिया है छोटी या छोटी है इनकी सोच। ये लोग कभी खोलते दिमाग नहीं जब तक ना बैठी बातें, और मैं खोलता शराब नहीं क्योंकि नशे में सारे हो तो जाते शायर। पर कैसे छुपेगा सच अपना खुद से डरते कायर हम तो। सच्ची बोलूं मेरा चले सब ठीक क्योंकि सब देखे अजीब से मुझे भरी ये भीड़ में। मैं भी सीख चुका कि यहाँ मेरे नसीब में नहीं उनकी तरह पीछे पीछे चलना तो ठीक। लिया रास्ता नया और जूता खसता गया और गाने बजते गए और मैं भी बचता गया। हाँ बोलूं सच में के गानों ने बचा ली मेरी जान क्योंकि मेरे जैसे लोग ढूंढे कला में इंसान।
हौसला नहीं लापता है, हौसला नहीं लापता है, हौसला नहीं लापता है, हौसला नहीं लापता। ला के थके आकाब फिर भी जल्दी जाऊंदे जितते हार दे विचकार जान टंगी आवे। बल्दी जावे किस्मत बल्दी जावे, टल दी जावे जित मेरी डलदी जावे। कंडिया ते चलदा पीड़ मैनू होंदी नहीं, लहू जावे डुलदा अख मेरी चोंदी नहीं। तन लैंदा नींदरा रूह मेरी सोंदी नहीं, मंजिल ता मिल गई राह रोज गोंदी पई।
ना मिलदी राह ना मिले मैनू क्यों दोस्त, ना मिले मैनू बहाने तो किनू मैं दवा दोष। हम तो बैठे यहाँ पे ना कोई बाप के दम पे, हम तो रोज सुबह जागते बस खाप के दम पे। मैं यहाँ खड़ा हूँ धूप में ताकि बना लूँ छत सही, लिखूं मैं सच खुद के लिए मेरा खत वही। लेता इजाजत के हिफाजत तेरी सोच की या फिर मैं दबता रहूं बस बनावटी है भोज में। दे दे हौसला मुझे, थोड़ा सा खोखला हूँ मैं। दे दे हौसला मुझे, थोड़ा सा
Wow.
That was
Okay.
different.
Hosla.
Yashraj and Burra absolutely nailed it on the beat. There could be no one better than them to hop on this track and just like nail it. These guys have absolutely done an incredible job.
Yeah, इसका भी वीडियो बहुत सही था.
इसका वीडियो भाई पैंडेमिक के बीच में बहुत
Fuck,
क्रेजी सा
man.
आरे कॉलोनी में शूट किया.
रुक जा, अभी BMC को भेज रहा हूँ लिंक. But anyways, it was an amazing session with you guys. Before like we play the song once again, you guys want to say something to everyone who's listening, and you want to tell us more about like what's next for you guys. Mohit?
Dropped. Okay, well, okay. So for me, man, listen, guys, just go stream the hell out of Ek Saath. मतलब go crazy. मतलब you guys are already मतलब killing it, and like we're like so overwhelmed by all the love that we're getting for it. And bus aage bus, me and Doctor are definitely gonna work on more stuff. So keep up with both of us. Shout out to the whole gang. Shout out to Yashraj as well for really helping us with this track, and his management for like taking over this track and blessing us with all that. क्योंकि हम अकेले ही करने वाले थे, and so that's been great. I got some music coming soon, so just if you guys wanna keep up, you can keep up with me on all platforms. Dropped. Go for it.
So guys, thank you for like listening to us talk about ourselves and the music. Go stream Ek Saath, and Mohit said we're gonna work on more music. Also, I have my own personal like more tracks of me as well. As I said, I'm gonna sing as well as I opened a YouTube channel, so I'm gonna post a lot of beats and stuff over there. Just like really cool stuff, and of course I'm gonna upload more music. Everywhere, just gonna make as much music as possible. Yeah, and GTA streams, hopefully I can get my PS4 sorted out so I can actually stream with Karan Bhai and everyone's gonna like play GTA, just make music, everything. And just thank you for coming here, and thank you Karan, Karan Glitch Bhai Bluck, just to have us on this server. Thank you so much.
For real, thank you so
Guys,
much.
thank you guys
Pleasure,
so
bro.
much for
Thanks for
coming.
joining.
And
And
Like,
we've been listening to your music.
we look up to you guys.
Like,
Yeah,
we
this
were
is
all
it's so
really
like we're so
inspired.
glad to be here on like the Gully Gang server. Like
Such
and
a-
I
bro,
have
we're
an
glad to
opportunity
have you
talk.
guys, bro.
Yeah,
More than glad to have you guys.
Thank you guys.
100%.
Let's go.